Hola amigos, I'm Noemi from tuamigaenlacocina.com, and today is going to be a quick video. I'm going to show you how to make a flavorful chicken broth with tender and juicy chicken pieces, which I normally use to make my authentic Mexican mole with chicken. And let's get started. Vámonos a la cocina. So my friends, for this recipe, you want to use 5 to 7 of your favorite chicken pieces with bone-in and skin on. This will give you a wonderful and thick gelatin chicken broth. Also, you're gonna need a half of a small white onion, 2 large garlic cloves, 2 bay leaves, a half teaspoon of Mexican oregano, and salt to taste. Here I'm using a tablespoon of kosher salt. Alright, so now in a large pot, place the clean chicken pieces, cover them with clean water, just about 1 to 2 inches above the chicken. And my friends, here is an important step. You want to make sure to leave extra space in the pot to prevent the broth from boiling over. In here, you can also add the rest of the ingredients into the pot. Add salt to taste, Mexican oregano, garlic, bay leaves, and the onion. Now, put the lid on, set it on your burner on medium heat, and let's bring it to a boil. In here, it took about 25 minutes to reach a boil, but it really depends how cold your ingredients are when they go into the pot and the heat of your stove. And my friends, at this point, once the water starts to boil, it's super important to slightly offset the lid to prevent the broth from boiling over out of the pot while cooking. Now set your timer for 35 minutes and simply allow to cook over medium heat with the pot partially covered. And here, my friends, while cooking, you might want to stir a little to make sure the chicken pieces are submerged in the broth, and maybe you want to adjust the heat to maintain a nice and steady boil. And here, after 35 minutes, we turn the heat off and we let it cool down for a couple minutes before we remove the chicken pieces from the broth. At this point, our chicken should be fully cooked, but you can cook it for a little bit longer if needed. And I do want to mention that this is a pretty basic recipe in Mexico, and we really enjoy eating the chicken skin in our meals. But if you don't really like them as much as we do, you can go ahead and remove them. At this point, it should be pretty easy with a fork. And last but not least, we want to strain the broth to get rid of the remaining scraps and then have it ready to use for our next recipe. And here you have a flavorful chicken broth and juicy and tender chicken pieces, ready to use on your next recipe, or you can put them in the fridge until you need them. Here I used about 7 cups of chicken broth and all the chicken pieces that we cooked in this recipe to make the most popular sauce in Mexico, mole rojo with chicken. Absolutely delicious. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you find it useful. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.